Okay, Hyperion reporting. So see, if you remember in 11i or EBS, once we create any transaction or journal, when we post it, the transactions will post in the database. And if management want to generate any report, what they will do, they will copy this data and they will move to the data warehousing or Sibyl CRM servers, and from there they will build a reports. But in Fusion, once you post the transaction, it will automatically post into the two server. One is Oracle server, second one is SBase server, where we can generate reporting. No need to push the data from one server to another server. And if some transactions want to reflect in FRS side or data warehousing side, there is a refreshment jobs which we need to run. Once we run, automatically the data will be sync up between two servers. If any data which is not transferred to SBase from Oracle. Okay, such kind of features are inbuilt in cloud applications. Using them, we can generate a smart view reports as per the business needs. And also, if you remember, people who worked on 11i and Oracle, we have an option to generate either text output or PDF or XML. These kind of flexibilities are available in Fusion as well. Okay, but in EBS, once we define a program, we need to change the program type to either one method. Either you want to go for text, or you want to go for PDF, or you want to go for XML. But in Fusion, that by default, once you perform any job, you have option to generate three methods. Whatever is the method which you want, to either HTML or text or PDF or XML. That feature is there. You don't need to go and change the particular job to particular method. Okay. So this is about uh, Fusion. So what is the Oracle plan? How Oracle got the plan? What is their intention to build this new application? And what features are available in the cloud applications? Using them, they have built these applications. Till now, anyone is having any doubt? Okay. Next is Fusion implementation. So whenever Oracle launched this Fusion application, till if you remember, they started with the version 6, 7, they upgraded to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now it's a release 13, which is Oracle Fusion Oracle Fusion application, which is available in the market. So till release 12, Oracle used to support only on-premises. Okay, on-premises means like EBS application. So the customer supposed to install their server, their infrastructure, their database, everything is maintained by the customer. From release 13 onwards, they launched the cloud applications. Okay. For most of the 99% customers, they should go for cloud only from release 13 onwards. Till release 12, it's on premises. Like there are few exceptions are there, few banks, uh, like a few customers where they will still using on premises, like Cisco, GE, all these people. Okay. And once coming to the cloud, so Oracle is providing three services. Those are called SaaS, PaaS, and ES. SaaS is nothing but a software as a services. PaaS is nothing but a platform as a services. ES as a industry as a services. SaaS means it's kind of vanilla implementation. Okay, you will not have anything. Everything is customization. On top of, we can have.
Hello. I'm not able to hear. Is it the same with everyone?
Yep, we
Yes.
lost your voice.
Yeah, I don't know. Lavanya also. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see his audio. Ravi, I think, is rejoining.
Yes, sorry, there is a network issue. Let me share my screen.
No.
Okay, so we are talking about uh, different cloud services are provided by the Oracle. So SaaS is nothing but a software as a services. Okay, so where it's kind of no customizations, nothing is allowed, only vanilla implementation. But we have option to create a DFFs, or we can use the little bit sandbox, like particular field. We don't want to give the user to see that particular field on the particular page. So that kind of small things can be done. Okay. PaaS means along with SaaS, they will give some extensions to create a customizations as per business requirement. Like you go for any customizations on the seeded UI, or you can do for as per your business requirement, adding additional fields, make it some fields mandatory, form personalizations, everything is can be done by the PaaS. Okay. And EAS is nothing but a industry as a services. What Oracle do is they will provide the database, they will provide the infrastructure, they will provide the network related things for particular customer. On top of, if customer want to use SAP or use their custom applications, whatever they want to do it, they can do, but they will provide a service on the infrastructure or database side. So these are the different services, but each services they will pay into different payments. So as per most of the customers who using Oracle, they will give a combination of SaaS plus PaaS. Okay, these are the combinations. They can use vanilla applications. They can use the custom applications. Anyone is having any doubt till now? Any questions, clarifications?
I have a quick question. So, able to hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So, Ravi, you're saying that SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS, is it the form of ERP's Oracle recommending, or currently only we have SaaS, right? They don't give us any kind of enhancement or something like that to do customization. I mean, on the page level. But do we have anything ERP on PaaS and IaaS level still?
Yes, yes. Nowadays, Oracle is providing for any customer who purchase SaaS services. Along with
Mhm.
SaaS, they're giving the PaaS as well.
Okay, let's say for example, I choose my, let's say I have financials and some modules my or I am a customer, I'm trying to implement it. Okay, I opted for
Mhm.
SaaS offerings and I am trying to implement order management or GL and some modules. But what would I do with PaaS and IS? I don't do anything there, right?
See, if you are using financials, again, if you want to use procurement modules, okay,
Uh-huh.
so procurement module or financial modules, there are seeded products are available, which is provided by the Oracle. Okay,
Correct.
let's say uh, you don't have uses of procurement. Okay, and is a as a person, as a customer, you build your own custom applications for procurement, which you don't want to use the Oracle procurement model.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
but
Mm.
you want to use Oracle financials. Okay, so if such cases, because you spend a lot of resource, lot of money to build your own application on the procurement side. Okay,
Got it.
so if such cases, if you go for SaaS, it is not possible. Okay, that is the
Got
reason. Along with SaaS, and they will give the license for financials. Using PaaS, you can build your custom applications.
got it. That
And
makes
from,
sense. Well,
yeah, from custom to we can have a integrations, like which we have a concept called OAC or REST services.
Got it. Thank you. Makes sense.
Okay, so let me go to. So next one is the typical architecture of the Fusion applications. Let me see what happened. 1 second. Cursor is not pointing it correct. 1 second. Okay, so not sure what happened. Okay, so let me, so the architecture, if you remember in EBS, we used to follow the 3-tier architecture, but in Fusion, it's a 4-tier architecture. Okay, 3-tier architecture means we'll have a database, on top of we'll have a reporting.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. Can you share on the presentation mode? The fonts are not visible. It's not on the presentation mode. Yeah.
Let me
Thank you.
reshare then. Okay, now it is okay. Okay, so
I'm not able to
yeah, yeah.
see.
You're not able to see your slide at all. I don't think so. You're sharing a screen. Or maybe it's another screen or something.
How about now?
Oh, yes. It works now.
Okay. See, basically the architecture. So in EBS, we used to follow the 3-tier, and in Fusion, it's a 4-tier architecture. So what is the process in previous versions which we follow the database? First, we'll have a database, and then we'll have a reporting database. On top of, we'll have a applications where we can create our business transactions or setups. But in Fusion, what they give is first they will go with the Oracle database. Okay, and on top of they will give the web logic server, and on top of we can use the middleware applications. These middleware applications are mostly into the integrations, like you go for web services, or you go for BPM approvals, or you go for SOA, or you go for integrations, or you go for scheduler process, or you go for BA reporting. All these technical things related will be available on the middleware. So if you remember in Fusion, we used to have like a functional guy who do setups and gather the business requirements, and technical guy based on the requirement provided by the functional guy, they will do the RISE components, data conversions, or extensions, or reporting, or conversions. All these things they will do. But in Fusion, for technical people, they have to learn the middlewares. Like you go for ADF, or you OAF, or you go for BI modules, or you go for REST services, or you go for OIC integrations. So all these things are handled in the middleware. On top of, we'll have applications. Either you go for financials, or procurement, or project, or CRM, or SCM, or different versions, different verticals, or different fillers which we have. So we'll come on the top. So this is the hierarchy which we follow. The only thing is we got WebLogic server. On top of, we'll have a middleware. Okay. On top of, we'll build the applications. This is the architecture which we follow in the Fusion. So these are the different verticals which we have in Fusion applications: financial management, SCM, human capital management, PPM, project management, procurement, supply chain, GRC, governance and risk compliance, CRM, customer relationship management. So these are the different applications which are available. Based on the business requirement, people will get the license from the Oracle. Okay. So next one is in financials, what modules we are going to discuss. Okay. We discuss general ledger, account payable, assets, payables, account receivables, cash management, all these modules which we discuss on the our regular classes. Okay. So CRM side, what modules we have? So customer master, sales, marketing, incentive compensation, mobile integrations, territory and code management. But most with my experience, we do incentive compensation and mobile integrations on CRM side. Okay, PPM side we know, right? So mostly we go for project costing and project billing. Additionally, people will use project contracts. Okay, so these are the PPM modules and procurement. These are the procurement modules: supplier portal, spend and performance analysis, purchase, self-service procurement, sourcing, procurement contracts. All these modules they will use. So supply chain, inventory management, order management, distributions, product master data management, shipping and receiving, cost management. All these things will come under the SCM. So, and last one is GRC. This mainly the SOX compliant purpose they will use, how we can give the access based on the particular business user to perform their jobs on particular day. So what is the risk that is there? How we can control particular users not to go and see data. So all these things will come under the GRC. Okay. So next one is, what is the difference between Fusion and R12? Okay. So in R12, if I want to perform any activities as a financial guy, so I need to log in each product specific and perform the setups based on the business requirements. But in Fusion, it's a central place. You don't need to go and see like log in with the finance guy, log in with procurement, log in with supply chain, and do perform to grant the access, to grant the responsibilities, all those things. It's a central place. Once a particular data access is given to the user, he can perform the across the modules. Okay, either it is a financials or procurement or supply chain, it will come on the Fusion application. So in R12, we don't have a list of sequential setups. Like either as a consultant, I need to keep in my mind. So in EBS, I need to perform first this setup, second this setup, third this step, and fourth step is this one. But in Fusion, once you go to the particular module, we will have an option to see two things: required setup, all setups. So by default, when you click on the particular module, system will display to perform this module. These are the required setups. And based on your requirement, you can change all setups and you can perform the setups which you wanted to use. Okay. So in EBS, we don't have the ability to assign task or monitoring the progress. But in Fusion, you can assign a task, you can set the status, you can set the due date also. So once that is crossed, you will not able to perform anything. And another important thing which is available in Fusion. So for example, let me give an example. So I conducted CRP or EAT, and based on the business requirement, I have built a different responsibilities. Okay. Once I do the setup and different responsibilities, what I will do, I will ask Unix guy to give the responsibilities, and these are the responsibilities I want to copy from this dev to test or test to production or test to pre-production. Okay. And if you do any setups also, you cannot copy from dev to test, test to pre-prod to production. Those flexibility is not there. But only one thing which we have, once I create a responsibility, if I give the responsibility name and path by going Unix running the commands, then DBA will copy that to whatever instance which you have, only for responsibility, but setups is not possible. But in Fusion, everything, for example, I have done setups, okay, in let's say CRP, and now CRP is successful, and now I want to copy these setups to UAT, user acceptance test, or any test RT. That configuration packages is a concept called, using that one you can copy the data from one instance to another instance. That is very good feature is available. Okay, so in EBS we have a limited, so reporting wise, it's everything we need to depending on the customers, like a technical guy, understand the business requirement from the business user, and we need to build MD50 and share that MD50 to technical guy, and based on the requirement he will build a report. Those things we have to do, but here we have a comprehensive reporting on the setup data. Like if we give the BA, in BA level we have two things, okay, so OTBA, Oracle transaction business object, so and BA, which is a custom thing. So using OTBA, all seeded objects, okay, like if you create a invoice, if you create a payments, if you create a suppliers, those, once you go to that OTBA, there are predefined objects are there. Using those objects, by dragging and dropping, okay, we can build a report. No need to technical dependency. We know that this data is stored in this table, this data is stored in this table, and they will give the table details also. Or for functional guy to understand, they will give the description. If you go to the this object, under this object, let's say invoices level, we can see the invoice number, supplier name, invoice amount, all those things. So those, as a functional guy we can understand, or a technical guy we can understand. We just drag and drop and build a report, and then we'll give the access to the business users. Okay, using that one. And the second thing is BA. So where a technical dependency is there, even BA also we have a drag and drop. Okay, so automatically system will build a SQL script, okay, based on the our business requirement. But the OTBA level, it will not give any script. It will just based on the column. We'll have, as I told you, right, we have two servers, S-based servers and Oracle server. So S-based server, it will connect it automatically and it will generate a report. But OTBA also drag and drop, but it will give the table information. If you know the table, okay, in this table, in this column, the data will store, then you can drag and drop it. Automatically, system will generate a SQL. Okay, so in EBS, setup data not shared across the business unit. Okay, once you've done the setups, the data cannot be shared to the across the business unit, but using reference data set can be shared across the business units. This is the another feature which is available. And R12, there is a small terminology in terms of words which we'll use. R12 we call it as a responsibility. Fusion we call it as a role. R12 we call it as a business group. Fusion we call it as an enterprise. In R12 we call it as operating unit. Here in Fusion we call it as a business units. These are the few things which differences which we have compared to EBS and R12. Now next one is how is the enterprise structure compared to EBS and R12. So as we discussed in the previous slide, so in Fusion we call it as a enterprise, whereas same we call it as a business group in R12. Okay, and they have given the other sequence, a division, primary ledger, legal entity, business unit, but business unit can be shared to the another business unit, where we have a can share the data from this business unit. I want to run some activities, only specific people. The other business unit, I want to run some other activities, only specific people have to perform on it. Such kind of restrictions can be possible in future. That's what we discussed, shared services. Okay, and distribution centers. Under distribution center, we'll have a item master, which is nothing but a inventory. Under inventory, we have sub inventories. Under sub inventories, we'll have a stock locators. This is enterprise structure. But in Fusion, this is the Fusion. But in EBS, we don't have these things, division and distribution center, and we don't have business unit that can be shared services to the multiple business units. These features are not there. The features which are available in EBS, once you finalize organized enterprise structure, what we will do, we will define a business group like XYZ business group, but whereas in future we call it as a XYZ enterprise. Under that, directly we'll go to the primary ledger. Under primary ledger, we'll go to the legal entity. Under legal entity, we'll go for operating unit. And again, the sequence is same. Under operating unit, we'll have a inventory organizations. Under inventory, we'll have sub-inventory stock locators, all those things. So basically, these divisions and distribution centers, which is new feature available, because whenever you want to generate a reporting by division wise. Okay, so that is the reason they give primary ledger before primary ledger, which means your division control is based on the ledger. So once you have a business in particular country, so each country you might have only one primary ledger for one business. Okay, if such cases, we normally control at division level. Okay, and distribution center is once you have a business unit, normally, right? So all financial related administration officers are available in main cities, headquarters, and distributions or inventories available in the different locations. That is the reason they are giving distribution centers also can be split under business unit. So as I told, the dashboards functionality is available. You can see like particular account in a particular period. You wanted to know how much is the expenses we spent. We can use this dashboard, and the activities which you want to perform, you can see here. This is the bell icon. Okay, using this bell icon, if anything which you want to perform on your activities on today, you will see here notification for approvals, or any approvals are there, anything which you wanted to discuss, all these things. Or you can perform the journals, you can perform the period close activities, you can generate FRS, you can create intercompany transactions, you can see what is the expenses on spend on a particular period, or you can generate a reports and analytics. These kind of dashboards are available in the Fusion applications. Okay. So now we can discuss if anyone want any clarifications.
Yeah, Ravi, I have a question. Can you go back a little back? I want to ask a question about WebLogic server. This is used for the reporting purpose only, right? Or what is the main need of this WebLogic server?
Architecture you want to discuss?
No, there is based on 4 tier, you told us that there is WebLogic server. What is the purpose of WebLogic server? It is for reporting only, right?
See, that is architecture which we followed by the Oracle. Okay. See, WebLogic server here, right? And under database. This is just for reporting purpose only. WebLogic server.
Okay.
Yes, this is for reporting. This is actual database. You can see the hierarchy. See, this is the database application schema, and you can see the middleware schema. On top of this, you can have WebLogic server. WebLogic server here, we have integration Oracle Enterprise Management, Fusion Application Control. So these are controlled by the different components, middleware components which we have. And then it will come this structure. Okay, because let's say, for example, I'm an employee and you are my manager. Okay, I created my one of the journal or one of the invoice, and then it went for manager approval. Okay, so you are the person who approved it. So these transactions we have between the two server. Okay, one is Oracle server, second one is SOA, WebLogic server. So whenever I initiated approval to approve my transaction, it will go back to SOA, and from once you approve, okay, and again it will come back to the ERP application to reflect the changes. Yes, this transaction is approved by the so and so person. For that purpose, they have built this WebLogic server and reporting to sync up data between Oracle and SOA.
Okay. Can you please go to the architecture point? Architecture screen, I have a point.
This is the architecture.
No, sorry, that sequence of the setup which you are showing. Can you go to the next screen?
Okay.
Next.
So differences between.
No, next.
Okay, this is enterprise structure.
Yeah, here, this we have written shared service unit from where we can. So here we can share the data between business units, or we can share the setups as well.
See, it's basically setup. See, everywhere the user, we will not give any setups. Okay, we will give only transactional access. So, for example, we have a office in Bangalore, we have office in Delhi. Okay, so I want, let's say we have globally 3 business units. I want all Bangalore people, they want to create only invoices, and the payment that can be done only Delhi users who sits in Delhi, higher management, and they will perform the payments to the all business unit. If such cases, we can grant all these business units only for Bangalore to create invoices, and we grant same all business unit for the Delhi users who make the payments to the suppliers. So such kind of shared things which we can grant to the business units.
Okay,
Any
fine.
other questions?
So we will be like going with a lot of practical things for to understand all these details and all these scenarios in more details.
Correct. So that is the reason once we go with the practical, okay, to see how the applications, how we can make the setups, how we can do the transaction flows, how we can do the reporting things, all those things based on the what we called practical session once started, you guys able to understand. Okay, any other questions? Okay, then if no questions, we'll stop the session for today. Anyone, people who joined yesterday, anyone want to discuss anything or yesterday or today? Okay, if nothing is there.
Ravi, will you share us all the topics respective to module that which we
Yes,
will discuss?
because we will record this session, okay? And once we start our journey, then we will share everyday session which we discussed, so that whenever you want to practice, you can have a backup. Okay.
No, Ravi, that's fine. I got your point. I mean to say, like the topics in like AP, AR, GL, what
See,
topics will be?
we cover GL, general ledger, account payable, account receivables, cash management, and fixed assets. All the financial modules which are available, we'll discuss.
Okay, completely we will discuss that.
Yes, every module we'll discuss.
As there will be some introduction for tax as well, or tax is out of financial.
Those are not in the part of this session, but we'll discuss. We'll discuss later.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Ravi.